Happy Wednesday, guys! I don't have a math joke today, but this hair is kind of a joke, so I think that'll take the place of our math joke today. My last video was kind of cringeworthy. Sorry, I'm new at this whole e-learning thing, so I will do my best to get better every single time I videotape and make it as least painful as possible for all of us. So Monday we did 9.4. Yesterday we did that Zoom. I'm actually recording this on Sunday, so I don't know if anyone actually showed up to Zoom. So hopefully you did. Today we're going to do 9.5, and tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to do another Zoom session to go over homework and any questions you guys have from the notes or the homework. And then Friday will be kind of like a review day. Kind of just check in for mentally, emotionally, whatever you guys are doing. It's kind of just be an open Zoom day. We'll talk about pretty much anything you guys want to talk about. We don't really care, but we care about you guys and your well-being. So we'll talk about math if we have to, but we don't have to. So let's get into these notes, and yeah, all right, here we go. Some of you guys are wondering, I am still wearing the wig, so hope that is okay. I'm going to use blue and pencil to match my hair. Okay, so we are doing 9.5 notes, proportional parts again. Jody Rudberg is a carpenter. She is building the framework for a roof. How can she be sure the collar tie, whatever that is parallel to the joist, whatever that is? Oh, it shows us. Still don't know what they are, though. You know that if a line is parallel to one side of a triangle and intersects the other two sides, then it separates the sides into segments of proportional lengths. The converse, meaning like the opposite of this theorem, is also true. So this is just saying, if you see this intersection and this is proportional to this and this is proportional to this, then we know that these lines are parallel. Before, all we knew was that these were parallel, and if we know these are parallel, then we know these are proportional. Now it's saying if we know these are proportional, we also know that these lines are parallel. So it's kind of just like the opposite of what we did on Monday. So this first part, we have to show and determine if line TU is parallel to line RS. We have these lengths of these segments, though, so we need to set up a proportion to see if that these lines are parallel. So I'm going to start with this small one. 4 is proportionate to 8 would be the next one. And down here, I would say 5. This whole thing is 15, so I'm going to do 15 minus 5 to get this length being 10. And I know that 4 over 8 is a half, and 5 over 10 is a half. So, yes, parallel. Okay, do you guys see? And we can mark that in, because these are proportional, these are proportional, so we know these are parallel. So we're going to do the same thing for this next one. Determine whether line MN is parallel to KL. So, I'm going to set up some proportions. I'm going to go 4, proportionate to 6 equal to 6 over 9. Now I can do 2/3, and I can do 2/3. So yes, they are parallel. This one I divided by 2, got 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3. This one I divided by 3, got down to 2, divided by 3, got to 3. So yes, they're parallel, because these are the same, the ratios. All right, the next one. Again, determine whether MN is parallel to KL. You can set up a proportion. These are going to be corresponding, these are going to be, or not, like matching. So I'm going to go 5 over 3, and I'm going to go 7. 11 minus 7 is 4. So that makes this length 4. and I'm going to get, this one I'm going to do different. I'm going to cross multiply. 5 times 4 is 20. 7 times 3 is 21. Nope, they don't match up. So, no, not parallel. Not sure if that's the right sign, but you guys know what I mean. Not parallel. Okay, so consider the special case at the right. S is the midpoint of PQ, and T is the midpoint of PR. Because 5 over 5 is equal to 7 over 7, S and T is parallel to Q and R. Therefore, PST is similar to PQR. So if you guys see this, we have 5 over 5 equals 7 over 7. 5 of 5 is 1. 7 and 7 is 1. You could also cross multiply to check, and we would get 35 equals 35. And we could still say yes, they're parallel, and then yes, they're similar. So if we go to this next page here, if a segment joins the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, then it is parallel to the third side, and its measure equals 1/2 the measure of the third side. So if D is the midpoint of AB, and E is the midpoint of AC, then DE and BC, then DE is parallel to BC, and DE is half of BC. So let's say BC is 10, that means DE would be 5. So if we go down here, X, Y, and Z are midpoints of U, V, W. Complete each statement. So midpoints, meaning those are the same, those are the same, those are the same. So if VW equals 6A, then XY equals what? So we need to do half of 6A, which would be 3A. Okay? If WZY, angle, WZY is 2B plus 1, then what is the angle of WVU? I would say that they're the same, because this is just a smaller version of this big one. Maybe this is when we go over, when we zoom, because I'm not sure about this one, but that's what I would say, that they're the same, and they're corresponding angles. XZ is parallel to UW, and I will show you why I think that. If we turn our picture like this, we have, I'll use my pen, we have XZ here, right? This is a midpoint. This would be the bottom of our big triangle. See, we have another triangle here. These two would be parallel. Okay? I just flipped it around. So then if YZ, this one, equals C, UV would be what? So we know that this line right here is half of whatever this is. So if we know this one's C, that means this bigger one would have to be 2C, because 2C divided by 2 is C, which is what this smaller line is. So hopefully those notes went a little better than Monday's notes. I think maybe they did, but we'll see what you guys think. Tomorrow, Thursday, we will have another Zoom meeting from 10:30 to 11. All three of us, Mrs. Lindquist, Miss Chesna, me, We'll wait until 10:40, and if no one's on, we're getting off. We can answer questions about the homework, the notes, or anything from Monday or Tuesday too if you're still stuck. And we hope to see you tomorrow.